Well, so let's drop back just a second. I wanted to give you credit, or at least 50% credit, because it was our video last week of your tour of Redwoods. That was half of my reason for putting up this post. Because those flat cells that were on the ground without structure, that was announced just a couple of days before and Elon had said in a similar time frame, he had talked about this 1 terawatt. That was about a month ago. And then he also had talked about building a gigafactory to make solar. This is not, I didn't get this out of the sky. He had talked about this last week. So I'm thinking to myself, well, he's good buddies with JB.
Mm-hmm.
And he is knows he's got to know what JB's doing over there with those huge panels that sit up side by side and get washed all day. And he's got to know that they don't require any structure under them. So, and I got to think that maybe Tesla also has a fair amount of tech that we don't know about in the solar space. So that combination made me go, wait a minute, why in the world would they even be thinking about it? Why aren't they already, leveling the ground to make this solar factory? So then your question, I'm sorry.
Well, yes, I don't remember my question, but I would add to this that Elon is always about extreme scale. And he even said Master Plan 3 will be about extreme scale. I didn't quite see that part of it, but that is the underlying basis. Maybe it's such a given at this point that we don't need to even mention it. If you can do something like what Redwood Materials does, where they've got 22 acres of solar that is essentially just sitting on the ground, that goes in fast. As quick as you could get in panels, you could put them in. It would be nice to see a reprieve on import tariffs on solar while we're getting our factories up and running. It doesn't, to me, make sense to cut off the supply before we have our own. And for that matter, adding taxes onto solar is not going to balance the budget. I think that's counterproductive and a gift to the fossil fuel lobby. But they have an amount of money at their disposal that makes Elon look like a poor man. So I think it's something we need to do. Now, as you know, just solar. If we just put in a terawatt of solar today without batteries, it would turn us into the world's largest part-time AI compute country, because gotta keep them running at night.
Right.
And that's where Megapacks come in. That's where Tesla's LFP cells out of Nevada come in. Now, Tesla's LFP production is expected to be what, 10 gigawatts? That's
on that first.
That's not enough. We need to double it and then double it again. And just for good measure, let's double it a third time. It's a start, but then of course you get into the question of where are you going to get the lithium? Where are they going to get the lithium, Randy?
I don't know. They have something done in Corpus Christi.
Oh, what? Well, there you go. So but again, that might be able to handle phase 1. Certainly couldn't handle my proposed phases 2, 3, and beyond. And for that matter, I've seen a lot of people say, well, the LFP, those are going to go into cars. They're not. They've repeatedly stated they're going into stationary. And while you can say that the cars are cell agnostic, the cells are not destination agnostic. I imagine you build them to a higher standard if they're going to be subject to the vibrations and stresses of automotive use, not just the vibrations and the thermal situation, which should be fine, but the extreme high and low, high drain, the high charge, the high discharge, these in a stationary configuration, they will not be juicing up like at a V2, V3 kind of fast charger. They'll be trickling in because there's so many of them running there together. And for discharge, the same thing. You won't be operating it in a way that would drain the entire place in an hour. That's crazy. You'd have a 6-hour or 8-hour window to do the drawdown, which means the specs are a lot less demanding than they would be for automotive.